Alright, so this is Lego set 60472, released in 2025, with 4 minifigures, 871 pieces. This is the Scrapyard. Now I don't have the box, so a picture of it will be in the top left corner, but let's just get right into the minifigures. I lied, actually. We're actually going to start with this little dog here, and I've seen this mold before, so it's definitely a Lego dog. Alright, the first actual minifigure is a Scrapyard worker, and she has a lug wrench, so we've seen it before, nothing too interesting. She does have the yellow safety jacket on, and no leg printing, no arm printing. Back printing matches the front, so nothing too interesting. She does have a second expression where she's a little happier. The second Scrapyard worker comes with a blue baseball helmet, and he looks a little bit older, and his jacket has a few oil stains on it, and the back has the Scrapyard logo on it, so it's definitely a worker. Worker number 3 here comes with a water bottle, which we've seen before, so nothing too interesting. And if we look on the torso, you can actually see one of the oil stains are cut off by the waist. They didn't print the rest of it, which might be a mistake, might be on purpose. I'm not sure. But anyway, no leg printing, no arm printing. His jacket is open, same logo on the back, and he is really happy with his second expression. And our last worker comes with a buzzsaw. Again, we've seen it before, nothing too interesting, and they actually did take off their jacket and wrap it around their waist, which is really cool. Same back printing as everybody else, and the second expression doesn't have one. So I think it's interesting they gave 2 expressions to everybody else. But starting off with the side builds, we have these 2 crates. Both have cut tiles and jumpers on them. If we turn them around, see, one is empty and one has an extra red steering wheel. So nothing too interesting going on here, but cool inclusion. Starting off with one of the cars, we have this really cool black one. I like the headlights because they're just 1x2 plates with nothing in front of them. Instead, they used the snot pieces up here, so which is kind of cool. Moving on to this side, you can see the curves, how they did that, which I'll always be impressed by. Moving to the back, you can see the tail lights are 1x2 red vents, which are really cool. I like that part. It's very, very interesting. And if we notice, this little piece is sticking up, and we can just move it up and down just like that to reveal the engine. And lastly, if we take off this massive windshield piece, you can see the inside where there's a 1x2 printed tile and enough space for a minifigure. And you can just seal anybody up just like that. I like this car a little bit more because it's a sports car, and I don't know, I just think it looks cooler with all the different colors, the orange, the yellow, and the white. Just pops a little bit more. So starting off with the front here, you can see 6 headlights, which is probably really uncomfortable for the person in front of them. Number 14 stickered on a slope there. On the left and right side, you can see 1x2 slopes of just how they tried to smooth out the car a little bit. And moving on to the back, you can see this massive spoiler and 2 1x1 red tiles as taillights. And here we are with the main builds. You can see this is kind of like a shipping container with 2 1x4 Technic holes, I guess, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Moving on over here, you can see there's a bunch of tools next to a 1x2 printed tile and a control panel. Here is the door of the shipping container, which leads to nothing except for a play feature, which we'll talk about later. And there is a window here, which you can open and close. And then on the back, there's this lever, which you can move, which we'll talk about in just a minute. Because if we can open the shipping container, and if we look inside, you can see this massive black plate, which we can move with the lever. And then if we put a car in there, you can just move the car just like that. Or you can just have them shoot out of the container just like that. And here is the actual scrapyard itself. Starting off on the left here, you can see a wall of yellow and black cut tiles as like a caution. There is a ramp here, so you can just drive up any one of the cars and seal it just like that. And moving on, there's a little fence here, which has a picture of a dog, and it doesn't really match what comes in the set. There's an octane fuel canister right next to that with a sticker on the top of it. Moving on to the crane, you can move it 360 degrees, and you can grab anything you like, and the cars just barely fit inside. And with some force, you can just move it up and down just like that. Moving on, you can see a dog bowl with food and water in it, a traffic cone, door to the main office, and a storm drain. Over the door of the office, you can see a 4x4 Mario tile with the Scrapyard's logo on it. And if we go in the office, you can see there's a little computer in there with a keyboard and a monitor, which we've seen before. Moving on inside the office, you can see a very simple build for a computer and a mouse with a chair that fits a minifigure. And there you go. It looks like he's working at the desk, which I think it works. And if we look on this side of the office, you can see there are these technical where we can just connect the scrapyard to the shipping container. Just like that, and it's seamless, so you can't even tell. So that's really all I have to say about this Lego City Scrapyard set. I like the 4 exclusive minifigures. Those are really cool. I like all the stickers, because this is a play set, so they don't really bother me here. And I think the 2 pieces that make up the crane are also really cool. So let me know what you thought about this set down in the comments below, and while you're down there, might as well hit like and subscribe. So that's all I have for you today.